Is Aki hard? You like hard to play? She's probably one of the harder characters, but I don't know if she's actually like hard. No, the other hard? Don't try and get me demonetized. There's an idea. Can we make a character difficulty ranking? Let's rank characters by easy to hard. I'm gonna hurt some feelings. If I tell you your main is easy, please don't take it personal. All right, let's have a think about this. I think the important mistake that I'm gonna make here, or I'm gonna try and avoid making, I should say, is the temptation to list characters as hard to play if they're bad. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to start off right off the bat by saying that Lily is easy to play, as an example of that. So like, Lily is not a strong character. She's one of the worst characters in the game. But also, her game plan is extremely linear, extremely simple. It's literally just get wind charges and then 50-50 people. YOLO in with EX Condor Spire. So this is not about character strength. This is about like difficulty of use. So yeah, Lily is easy. DJ is easy. I was gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and move him down to slightly easy. I'm gonna say he's easy just because like even though he's a charge character and that adds a bit of a barrier to entry, it's not enough to offset like how much reward you get for just doing stuff with this character. You simply turn green and you win neutral. I don't mind that so much. I mentioned on Twitter the other day, but I don't mind him having a fast drive rush. It's his damage output for like random hits in scrambles that drives me nuts. Yeah, DJ is easy to play. Cammy. I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I actually think Cammy is kind of awkward to play in this game. I never thought I'd see the day. I think Cammy's really strong, but I actually think at high level, she's not easy to use. At low level, you just do stuff. You just go ham. Spin knuckle all day. At high level, I actually think that Cammy is a little bit awkward to play. You actually have to have very good like dive kick spacing in this game because it's so rarely plus. And it has a fat hurt box. So I think dive kick spacing is enough to put her in slightly hard. This is, oh, by the way, I should also say, this list is by the standards of Street Fighter 6. So like, relative to the whole cast. If we were just talking like relative to fighting games as a whole, every single character in this game would be down here. Because Street Fighter 6 is a fairly low execution, low difficulty game. Like, if we were comparing this to like, I don't know, Guilty Gear AC plus R or something, everyone would be easy to play. To be clear, what exactly is high level master rank? Yeah, master rank, sort of like, I would say like 17 to 1800 plus MR, something like that. It's kind of a nebulous term. Do DJ level 2 to prove he's easy? I've never done this level 2 in my life. That doesn't prove anything though. That's just a case of I don't know what the inputs are. Are you guys trying to show that I've got no rhythm? What do I have to press here? Tell me what the inputs are and then I'll attempt it.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
I don't get what's happening at the end there. I feel like that last one's not coming out. Oh, is that it? I just mashed it at the end there. I think that was it. That's not too bad. What, did it take me like, what, 1 minute to land it the first time? Yeah, DJ players ain't beating the easy character allegations. Okay, Blanca? I'm also gonna put Blanca in slightly hard. I think that, like, he doesn't have super straightforward buttons, and his neutral isn't brain dead. You have to learn a shitload of set play with this character. Like, there is a huge amount of setups you have to learn for the Blanca-chan stuff. I don't think he's, like, hard. I would say he's probably harder than Cammy, but not hard enough to justify his own tier. Yeah, I think Blanca, there's a lot of knowledge to this character. Chun-Li is, I'm gonna say medium. I feel like she's a bit easier in this game than in previous games. Again, she's a charged character, so that adds a little bit of unusualness to her playstyle, and she also has stance cancels in this game. But I feel like her stance isn't really that central to her playstyle in this game. Like, her stance is mostly just used for combo filler. You rarely use it for anything other than just combo filler, so... Yeah, I'm gonna say this. The fact that she doesn't need charge for her anti-air, the fact that her DP is down is what makes her easy in this game, I think, or easier. I'm gonna go with medium. Jury, this character is, you can press crouch, medium kick, drive rush, you've got a Jury. There's nothing going on here. I got nothing to say about this character. I mean, the only hard thing about Jury is being able to count to 3 and remember how many of the charges you have. If you can remember a number between 1 and 3, you can play Jury. Guile is medium, I think. Yeah, maybe you're right. Actually, I'm gonna put Guile in slightly easy. No, I'm not just taking into account execution. I'm taking into account game plan. I think Guile, you know, he's only got 2 specials, or actually I guess 3 in this game. Not high execution. Actually, I don't know. Guile's got some of those like perfect boom stuff. No, I'm gonna move him down to medium. You have to be able to consistently do perfect boom, which is not hard, but it is an execution barrier. I'm gonna put him in medium. JP is slightly easy, I'm gonna say. JP for me here is like the reverse of Cammy, where I feel like at low level, you just do shit with this character and win, but he gets a little bit harder at high level, but he's still not hard. There's a million setups you need to learn, and the other thing is that like at high level, to play JP, you need to have your drive rush checks on point. I would say more than almost any other character in the game, you need to be able to consistently check an incoming drive rush with crouch medium punch. But I think that moves him down from like here to here, but he's still, you know, pretty easy to play. Kimberly, medium. I would say like Kimberly's like halfway between these two. It's tempting to put her lower because I don't think Kimberly's that strong, but I'm gonna put her here. Again, Kimberly is a lots of set play character. She's got quite a lot of specials to keep track of. Her neutral's not that straightforward. And also she has absolutely no defense. Yeah, she has no defense. If you want to play this character at high level, you need to learn how to block a lot. She has some of the worst defense in the game. Luke is easy to play. We all know this. I'm just gonna do that as well. Luke and Ken, the same character wearing different skins. You either pick low forward drive rush or you pick crouch medium punch drive rush. Those are your two options. Do you want the one that does more damage? Then you pick this one. Do you want the one that gets plus frames for just pressing DP in neutral? DP plus kicks? You pick this one. Throw Loop City. They've got amazing normals, you know, every defensive tool in the game. None of their execution is hard. I'm not going to accept any Luke that tries to tell me that charge Flash Knuckle is hard to do, because it's not. Yeah. Marissa is, I'm gonna say, slightly easy. She's not as easy as these characters, but she's still fairly straightforward. She's got big buttons. A lot of them just lead to simple hit confirms into big damage. She doesn't have to work very hard for her big damage. The only reason that I move her down is that her anti-airs are kind of suspect. So you have to be very aware of what anti-airs to use in what spacings and stuff like that. Her anti-airs are a little bit finicky, and that makes her a little bit more awkward to use than these characters, but she's still pretty straightforward. Manon is... I don't know, what do you guys think? Easy or slightly easy? I'm sort of jumping between these two. Slightly? Easy anti-air, easy neutral? I'm going to put her in slightly, because she's got no defense, apart from level 1, I guess. She's still fairly easy, but I think she's a little bit harder than these characters. Alright, that makes sense. Aki... I don't know, maybe I'm going to put Aki in slightly hard. Executionally, Aki isn't difficult to play, but there is a lot of, like, set play that you need to learn. There's about a million knockdown setups. She has bad defense. She's not, you know, super hard. I don't want to put her down here because that's confusing character strength with difficulty of playing. You think I'm biased? Nah, she's not like super hard to play. You just got a lot of homework you need to do to start cooking with her. Any objections? Any dissenting opinions? I don't think anything needs to be said about that. I think we just put that there and move on. Okay, Rashid is actually kind of technical in this game. I'm gonna put Rashid down here as well. Rashid is surprisingly technical at high level in this game. Like at low to mid level, you can just do stuff and play and go ham and do wall jumps all day. But I feel like at high level, he's hard to use. Especially because like all of his optimal damage combos require a two-frame link that you have no buffer to help you with. The jump down heavy punch stuff. He actually has some of the hardest execution in the game for max damage, which is crazy. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put Dalsim as my only character in hard to play. Yeah, I think he's gonna be the only character I put here. What do you mean bias? I haven't played Dalsim in fucking 3 years. I think the difficulty here, I should point out, the difficulty here is not that Dalsim is like super technical in an execution sense, but just that the set of skills you need to learn Dalsim do not transfer to any other character. You know, if you play Ken and you decide to learn Luke, you will have a functioning Luke within 15 minutes. If you play Ken and you decide to learn Dalsim, you will struggle to like win anything for the first 3 weeks. Just because he's so non-standard. I think that's what it comes down to. There's a big learning curve with this character that puts off a lot of people. And that's true in every game. I would have put him as the hardest character to play in Street Fighter V as well. Without a doubt. Just because none of his tools operate the same way that like other characters do. Yeah, not that any Ken players would ever switch to Dalsim. Okay, Ryu is easy to play. He's just Ken but worse. I don't have much to add to that. Not much going on there. Geef? I don't know. I can't really place Geef. Slightly easy, maybe? Medium, possibly? Hard? Slightly hard, slightly easy, the hardest? Man, these takes are all over the place. You guys can't decide either, it's not just me. I'm gonna put him in medium because that just feels like, you know, the average of everyone's opinion. Geef is weird in this game. I actually think Geef is kind of underrated, but that's a conversation for a whole nother day. I think what makes him medium for me is that this is the first Street Fighter game in a long time where Geef cannot do looping SPD casino pressure. Like, he does get pressure after an SPD, but it's not a standard, like, SPD dash SPD dash SPD dash button. It's not just like a coin flip 50-50. He's got quite a complicated mix-up after he gets a knockdown. So it's not just a case of like land one hit and then snowball, unga bunga. You gotta think a bit with Geef. His neutral is also awkward. His defense is awful. He has some of the worst defense in the game. His level 1 is not a reversal. His level 2 is like 8,000 frame startup. I'm gonna stick with medium. Jamie. I'm gonna put Jamie in slightly hard. Just because there's so much to keep track of with this character. You've got like 4 different levels that you need to operate on. Different drink levels. Like, his combo structure changes drastically across each drink level. It's like having to learn optimal combos for 4 different characters, basically. I think that's, yeah, slightly hard, makes sense. You'd put Jamie with Sim. Let's not get carried away here. If you've got crouch, medium kick, drive rush, and an EXDP, you don't get to go down here. Don't push your luck, Jamie players. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's a good spread. But I just want to emphasize one last time that this has nothing to do with character strength. There are some characters that are weak and easy to play, like Lily, and there are some characters that are strong and hard to play, like Rashid. So it's not a tier list. That's my out. Alright, I'm happy with that. Let's leave it there.